Hello, and welcome. In this journey, we will venture into the wild heart of our planet. We will witness some of its most formidable inhabitants. We are about to begin a countdown. The world's 10 most aggressive animals. This is not simply about violence, about survival, about territorial disputes, about raw, untamed power honed over millennia. A look into instinctual drives that command respect, and sometimes demand a very wide berth. Aggression in the natural world is complex and often misunderstood. It is a necessary tool for life in constant competition. Every moment you are about to see has been carefully selected. We pair this with stunning high-quality footage. Witness the ripple of muscle before a charge. The glint in an eye that signals an impending attack. The sheer force of nature unleashed. So prepare yourselves. We embark to count down the 10 animals that have mastered the art of aggression. We begin our countdown in the waterways of Africa, home to an animal that, on first glance, might appear placid, almost lethargic. But do not be deceived by its seemingly gentle, rotund appearance. The hippopotamus, number 10 on our list, is a creature of immense power and surprising aggression. The hippo commands its stretch of river with absolute authority. This is not a gentle giant responsible for more human fatalities in Africa than almost any other large animal, which can open to an astonishing 150 degrees. Revealing enormous canine tusks that can grow up to 50 centimeters long. These are not for eating plants, they are daggers, sharpened by grinding. Despite their bulk, weighing up to 1.5 tons, hippos are deceptively fast. In the water they are graceful and agile, using webbed feet to propel along the riverbed. This combination of size, speed, and weaponry makes an encounter with an agitated hippo incredibly dangerous. The river may look peaceful, but beneath the surface, a tyrant reigns. Our journey continues on the African plains, where we encounter our 9th contender, the Cape buffalo. Known to many local hunters as the Black Death or Widowmaker, this bovine is the very embodiment of unpredictability. Unlike its distant domestic relatives, the Cape buffalo has never been tamed, and for good reason, to a full-blown murderous charge in the blink of an eye. It is this explosive and unforeseeable nature that earns it a fearsome reputation among all who share its habitat, including the most powerful predators. They possess an incredible collective defense strategy. When one member of the herd is threatened or attacked, the others will often circle back to defend it, mobbing predators like lions with their combined weight and sharp horns. An injured buffalo is particularly dangerous, known to actively stalk and ambush its pursuer. They seem to hold a grudge, a trait that makes them uniquely terrifying. A lone bull, often one that is older and has been cast out from the herd, is especially cantankerous. Weighing up to 900 kilograms and armed with a massive boss of fused horns that is nearly impenetrable, a charging Cape buffalo is a force of nature. The Cape buffalo is a living testament to the wild's untamable spirit, a creature that commands respect not just through its size and strength, but through its sheer indomitable will and unpredictable fury. We now travel to the tropical wetlands of northern Australia and Southeast Asia, the domain of a prehistoric predator that has survived since the time of the dinosaurs. At number 8, we find the saltwater crocodile. This is the largest living reptile on Earth. Its aggression is not born of temper but of cold, calculating instinct. It can lie submerged for hours, perfectly still. It appears as nothing more than a floating log, an illusion it maintains until an unsuspecting animal ventures too close to the water's edge. In a sudden, explosive burst of power, the crocodile launches from the water. Its jaws, the most powerful in the animal kingdom, snap shut with a force of over 3,700 pounds per square inch. Once it has its prey, the crocodile employs a terrifying technique known as the death roll. This maneuver serves to disorient and drown the victim, while also tearing off manageable pieces of flesh. Beyond its role as an ambush predator, the saltwater crocodile is also fiercely territorial. They communicate through a series of low-frequency growls and head slaps on the water, displays designed to intimidate and warn intruders. An encounter with a dominant male in his territory is almost invariably fatal for the trespasser. This is a creature that has no need for complex social structures. Its world is one of sheer power, where size and aggression dictate survival and the right to rule its watery kingdom. Alright, so we return to Africa and Asia to meet an animal often associated with intelligence, memory, and deep social bonds. The elephant at number 7 is a true paradox. For much of its life it is a peaceful social herbivore, a gentle giant moving with quiet dignity. But when threatened or when a young calf is in danger, this gentle giant can transform into one of the most formidable and aggressive forces in the natural world. A mother will defend her calf with absolute ferocity. Bull elephants, particularly during their periods of must, become exceptionally aggressive. It'll fan its enormous ears to make itself appear larger, kick up dust with its feet, and emit a series of loud, trumpeting calls. If these warnings are ignored, the display can escalate into a bluff charge, a mock run designed to intimidate. Their sheer size is, of course, their greatest weapon. When this mass is propelled forward at speeds of up to 40 kilometers per hour, the impact is just devastating. They use their immense heads to ram their powerful legs to trample and their sharp tusks to gore. The aggression of an elephant is a defensive measure, but it's a defense of such overwhelming power that it easily earns its place among the world's most aggressive animals. It's a powerful reminder that even the most gentle of creatures harbor a capacity for immense fury when pushed too far. For our sixth entry, we encounter an animal that really proves aggression is not about size, but about attitude. From the savannas of Africa to the arid deserts of the Middle East and the forests of India, we find the honey badger. Pound for pound, it's arguably the most fearless animal on the planet. It'll readily confront and attack animals many times its own size: lions, hyenas, buffalo. It's armed with powerful claws, which it uses for digging burrows and for defense, and incredibly strong jaws. But its greatest defensive asset is its skin. It's remarkably thick and tough, able to withstand bee stings, porcupine quills, and even the bites of venomous snakes. Furthermore, the skin is exceptionally loose, allowing the badger to twist and turn within it, enabling it to bite back even when held in the jaws of a larger predator. Honey badgers are notorious for raiding beehives, their thick skin protecting them from the furious stings of the bees as they gorge on the larvae and honey within. They're also adept snake hunters, showing a remarkable resistance to even the most potent venom. A bite from a puff adder, which would be fatal to most other creatures, may only knock a honey badger out for a few hours, after which it often wakes up and, well, finishes its meal. Its aggression isn't just defensive, it's a tool for hunting and scavenging. It'll steal kills from other predators. It meets every challenge, no matter the size of the opponent, with the same level of maximum, ferocious intensity. It's a small package of pure, concentrated fury, and a worthy occupant of our list. We now venture into the dense rainforests of New Guinea and northeastern Australia, to meet a bird that honestly looks as if it has walked straight out of the Jurassic period. At number 5, we have the cassowary, often called the world's most dangerous bird. The cassowary is a flightless avian marvel cloaked in coarse black feathers and crowned with a prominent bony casque on its head. While it may appear shy and reclusive, preferring the deep forest shade, a cornered or threatened cassowary is an exceptionally aggressive and dangerous adversary. Its primary weapon isn't its beak, but its powerful legs and feet. Each three-toed foot is equipped with a formidable claw, but it's the inner toe that's truly terrifying, modified into a long, sharp dagger up to 12 centimeters long. When the cassowary attacks, it leaps into the air and kicks forward with both feet in a fast, slashing motion, using these claws to slash and disembowel its target. The cassowary's aggression is almost entirely defensive. They're intensely territorial birds, and much of their aggression is directed towards protecting their domain or their chicks. A father cassowary, who is solely responsible for incubating the eggs and raising the young, is particularly protective and honestly should be given a very wide berth. They may stand tall, fluff up their feathers, and emit a deep, rumbling hiss that seems to vibrate through the forest floor. This is the final warning. If the threat doesn't retreat, the cassowary will charge, running at speeds of up to 50 kilometers per hour through the dense undergrowth before launching its devastating kick. The cassowary is a living dinosaur, a relic of an ancient world, with a defensive capability that is brutally effective. Our journey now takes us to the vast, frozen wilderness of the Arctic, a realm of ice and snow where survival is a constant struggle. Here, at the top of the food chain, reigns our fourth most aggressive animal, the polar bear. As the world's largest land carnivore, the polar bear is a creature of immense size and strength. Unlike many other bears, which may be aggressive when provoked, the polar bear is a true predator that actively hunts large prey. It possesses an extraordinary sense of smell, able to detect a seal, its primary food source, from nearly 20 miles away. It will patiently stalk its prey, sometimes waiting for hours by a breathing hole in the ice, before launching a surprise attack with incredible speed and force. A single swipe from its massive furred paw carries enough power to crush the skull of a seal or a person. Its aggression is not driven by temper, but by the constant pressing need for the high-fat calories required to survive in the brutal cold. It has no natural predators, and therefore, it has very little fear. It will investigate anything that moves, and its curiosity is often a precursor to a predatory assessment. Unlike grizzly bears, which often bluff charge, a polar bear that charges is almost always committed to an attack. They are powerful swimmers and tireless walkers. As climate change causes the sea ice to melt earlier each year, the polar bear's hunting grounds are shrinking. It is, honestly, a magnificent and powerful hunter, the undisputed lord of the Arctic, whose predatory instincts make it one of the few animals on Earth that will actively and aggressively hunt humans. From the Arctic ice, we move south to the boreal forest and alpine tundra of the northern hemisphere, which is, the home of our third contender. This animal is small, but honestly, its reputation for ferocity is enormous. It is the wolverine. Belonging to the weasel family, the wolverine, or glutton, is renowned for its strength. It's a creature that seems to be in a perpetual state of rage, a bundle of muscle and fury that takes on challenges far beyond what its size would suggest is possible. The wolverine is a solitary and tireless hunter and scavenger, constantly on the move within its vast territory. It's equipped with powerful jaws that can crush bone to get at marrow, long claws that are semi-retractable for digging and climbing, and a hydrophobic coat of fur that resists frost. A wolverine will defend its kill or its territory against any challenger, including bears and packs of wolves. It won't hesitate to attack prey many times its own size, such as caribou or moose, especially if the larger animal is weakened by winter snows. The wolverine will leap onto the back of its prey, relentlessly biting and clawing until the exhausted animal succumbs. They're also notorious for raiding trap lines, stealing the bait, the trapped animal, or just destroying the trap itself with their powerful jaws. This animal's ferocity isn't just for hunting, it's deeply ingrained in its nature. Confrontations between wolverines are violent and they'll fight viciously to protect their territory or a hard-won meal. Their scientific name, gulo, is Latin for glutton, a name earned by their voracious appetite in the desolate frozen north. Giving up a meal is not an option, and the wolverine has evolved a level of aggression necessary to ensure it never has to. It is a small but mighty symbol of wild, untamable fury. For our runner-up, we journey to the island state of Tasmania, Australia, home to a marsupial with a name and a voice that, honestly, perfectly capture its character. At number 2, we have the Tasmanian devil. This stocky, carnivorous marsupial may be the size of a small dog, but its aggression, especially when feeding, is on a whole other level. Its reputation is built on its terrifying, blood-curdling screeches and its ferocious competitive nature. The source of its most famous attribute, its aggression, is most evident during communal feeding. When a carcass is found, devils will gather from all around, and what follows is a ritualized display of raw power and intimidation. They employ a cacophony of guttural growls, snarls, and unearthly screams to establish dominance. This noisy, violent spectacle isn't just for show. It actually minimizes actual fighting by allowing individuals to gauge each other's strength and resolve. The most dominant devils get to eat first while subordinates wait their turn, screeching their impatience from the sidelines. Their power is concentrated in their jaws. The Tasmanian devil has one of the most powerful bites, relative to its body size, of any living mammal. This incredible jaw strength allows it to consume a carcass almost entirely, bones, fur, and all. Nothing is wasted. When they do fight, the bites are directed at the face and rump, areas less likely to cause life-threatening injury, though they're often left with numerous scars as a testament to their violent lives. However, a contagious and devastating facial tumor disease has decimated their population, adding a tragic dimension to their struggle for survival. The Tasmanian devil's aggression is a key part of its ecological role as a scavenger and a vital component of its social dynamics. It's a creature whose ferocious display is both a tool for survival and a haunting, unforgettable chorus in the Tasmanian night. We have arrived at the top of our list, the #1 most aggressive animal in the world. Our final subject is not a creature of immense size or crushing power, but actually one of speed venom, a hair-trigger temperament. Found across sub-Saharan Africa, the snake that inspires the most fear, the black mamba. Its name doesn't come from its skin, which is gray or olive, but from the inky black interior of its mouth. The black mamba displays that black mouth as a terrifying warning when threatened. The black mamba combines extreme aggression with deadly capability. What sets it apart is a nervous, highly excitable nature. Unlike many snakes that flee or hide, the mamba stands its ground and fights back. When cornered, it will raise the front third of its body, flatten its neck into a narrow hood, gape its black-lined mouth, and hiss loudly. This posture is not a bluff. If the threat doesn't retreat, the mamba will strike repeatedly, injecting large volumes of potent neurotoxic venom each time. Speed is also key. It's one of the fastest snakes, up to 20 kilometers per h. The combination, a nervous and aggressive temperament, incredible speed, willingness to strike multiple times, highly toxic venom, makes it number one. A slender, silent shadow, the most feared snake on the African continent. Our journey through the world of animal aggression has come to an end. From the river tyrant to the shadow of death, we've witnessed the raw power and instinct that really define survival in the wild. These creatures are not evil or malicious. Their aggression is a finely tuned tool, essential for defending territory, protecting young, securing a meal, maintaining their place in the intricate web of life. It's a force of nature that is both terrifying and magnificent, a testament to the relentless pressures of evolution. As we've seen, these animals are masters of their domains, and they command our utmost respect. The stunning footage we've shared allows us to appreciate their power from a place of safety, a privilege we must not take for granted. If you are ever fortunate enough to see these creatures in their natural habitat, remember to do so from a safe and respectful distance. Their world has its own rules, and intrusion can have, dire consequences. Let observation be your guide and allow them the space they need to live as they have for millennia. We hope this countdown has been both thrilling and informative. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the natural world, please show your support by liking this video and sharing your thoughts in the comments below. Which animal on our list surprised you the most? And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss our next fact-packed expedition into the wonders of our planet. Thank you for joining me. Until next time, stay curious.